The Puck Portfolio with Andy MacNeil.
Hey, welcome to the Puck Portfolio. I'm your host, Andy MacNeil. I'm here on weekdays to provide NHL projections, betting advice, and picks to help you make informed bets throughout the NHL season. It is Monday, February 19th. It's a holiday here in Canada and in the US, so we've got hockey to bet on all day. And there are some schedule notes to break down. If you've been here before, you know what you're looking at. So I'm going to pull this up on the screen right now. The rest column tells you how many days rest teams have had across the NHL. And the load column gives you a little bit more context. So we're looking at Monday, February 19th and Tuesday, February 20th, Ottawa, Dallas, Minnesota, Winnipeg, Vancouver, and Vegas. They're all in action on Monday. They'll all play again on Tuesday. So there could be some surprises in goal. Will Connor Hellebuyck start for the Winnipeg Jets? What about Thatcher Demko? The Canucks are in action against Colorado on Tuesday, so Casey DeSmith could very well get the start on Monday versus the Minnesota Wild. Will the Stars start Jake Ottinger in goal against the Bruins or save him for Tuesday in their matchup against the New York Rangers? Lots of questions. I'm going to take some chances here and talk a little bit about an angle that I might be playing later on in the day. Going to pull up the projections right away. It's like I said, a holiday Monday here. Won't be a quick show. The games are going to get started here in just a little bit, under an hour's time. So I want to get this out of the way, get my projections out. And there you go. So the two bets that I'm going to make here early today are the Winnipeg Jets. Look, huge win for Winnipeg in Vancouver on Saturday. Another ugly loss for the Flames, who lost 5-0 to the Red Wings at home after losing 6-3 to the San Jose Sharks in the game prior at home. Winnipeg beat the Canucks 4-2. They earned their third win in a row thanks to a 35-save performance from Connor Hellebuyck. Like I said, the Jets, they're back in action. Big Central Division clash with the Wild on Tuesday if Hellebuyck starts. My model says the Jets should be a minus 141 favorite against the Calgary Flames. And I think if you look back at the closing line history here this season, the Flames have not been a home underdog very much since December. Since before Christmas, they've only been a home underdog 2 times. They've lost both of those games. And I think this number, if Hellebuyck is in goal, is a little bit disrespectful to the Winnipeg Jets. I know they had lost 5 in a row prior to this little 3-game win streak here, but I'd lay minus 130 or better to win a 3/4 of a unit. I'm going to lay minus 125 because that's available here. Even if it is Brossoit, I think the projected odds would still be around minus 120. So would be a bad bet if Brossoit is in goal, but I'm going to take a chance here on the possibility that Hellebuyck will be in goal and hope to win a half unit at minus 125. I'm also going to take a chance here on the Detroit Red Wings. We know Alex Lyon is going to start in goal for Detroit. They've announced that. They're playing Seattle today. And my model sees the Red Wings as a plus 105 underdog, not plus 110. Their current odds at NorthStar Bets. Great sponsor. You can check them out via the link in the description below. But you can get plus 115 if you shop around, and that's sort of my cutoff here for the Detroit Red Wings. In fact, it is my cutoff, really. So half unit at plus 115 on the Red Wings, hoping they beat the Kraken. Lots of hockey today, though. I don't have a lot of bets, but we do have Anaheim. They're coming into Buffalo after a 9-2 blowout loss to the Maple Leafs this weekend. They responded well after their last bad loss. They lost 5-0 to the Canadiens. And they responded with a 5-1 win over the Senators. But this team is an abomination. Let's get that straight. And I do wonder how the Sabres are going to play their goaltending hand here. UPL has been great, but they've got a chance to get him some rest here with games against the Ducks, Blue Jackets, and Canadiens coming up on the schedule. Things are going to get really tough for the Buffalo Sabres because after that, they've got a string of games against Carolina, Florida, Tampa Bay, Vegas, Winnipeg, Toronto, and Edmonton. One against Nashville mixed in there as well. They've got a really tough schedule down the stretch beyond that, too. The Sabres called up goaltender Dustin Tokarski from the AHL, so we should hear from Don Granato this morning, the Sabres head coach, at some point before the game and find out what he plans to do as far as his starting goaltender. The Maple Leafs, they're in action in St. Louis against the Blues. As mentioned, Toronto smoked Anaheim on Saturday by a score of 9-2. St. Louis, they're coming off a big win over the Oilers, but the game prior they had lost 4-1 to the Maple Leafs in Toronto. I bet on the Blues in that game. They did not look good in the process. And given that I was able to bet the Blues in the plus 170, plus 180 range on the road in Toronto just last week, and my model says they should be priced around plus 135 in this matchup at home, I don't like the idea of betting on them in this so-called revenge spot at the current odds. I'll bite if it gets to plus 145, but I'm not sure that'll happen because Leafs head coach Sheldon Keefe has stated that there are several game time decisions, so the market probably going to hesitate to move on Toronto anymore, but we'll see what happens. The Vancouver Canucks, they're in action against the Minnesota Wild, who will be playing the Winnipeg Jets tomorrow, so there's some uncertainty there as far as what Minnesota's going to do with their goaltending situation. But the Canucks, I'm not really interested in playing them here against the Wild. I suspect they'll start Casey DeSmith in the first half of a back-to-back, and if that's the case, I'm going to play the Canucks to beat the Avalanche at plus 123 on Tuesday. Those are the current odds at NorthStar Bets. That would be a three-quarter unit play for me because my model says the Canucks should only be a plus 113 underdog in Colorado if Thatcher Demko starts the second game of the back-to-back, so keep that one in mind. Matt Villalta made a brief appearance in the Coyotes' loss to the Hurricanes. We had the Hurricanes at minus 189 on Friday. 3-1 weekend. The Senators got in the way of a clean sweep for the puck portfolio. They lost to the Blackhawks. Got some great closing line value on that play. Closed right where I thought it should, but the Sens got goalied. Anyway, Matt Villalta, he made a brief appearance in the Coyotes' loss to the Hurricanes. Like I said, he stopped all 4 shots that he faced. Nothing really impressive there, but 24-year-old was a third-round pick of the Los Angeles Kings in 2017, signed with the Coyotes this past summer. First season with Tucson in the AHL, he has gone 22-11-1, pretty good, 2.58 goals against average, a .913 save percentage. Not bad, but I guess there's no way to test a goalie than no better way to test a goalie than to throw him into the fire against the Edmonton Oilers in his first career start. So we'll see how that goes for the Oilers. I think they should be a minus 271 favorite, 73% chance of winning. Looked like Frederick Anderson was going to be maybe starting for the Carolina Hurricanes. He hasn't started since November 2nd, but he's not going to start tonight. It is going to be Spencer Martin in goal for the Carolina Hurricanes against the Arizona Coyotes. And I think the Hurricanes should be almost a minus 400 favorite here. So not a lot to talk about today. Did want to get the projections out there. It is a holiday Monday. I wanted to provide you guys with a quick update so you know where I'm at here on this holiday Monday. But I will be back on Tuesday to preview Tuesday's games, look ahead to Wednesday. And I just need some, R&R after spending 2 days on the ODR in Gull Lake, Alberta. You'd think I rode back to Edmonton on a horse because I feel like I got hit by a truck. I realized if I want to keep, playing pickup hockey every once in a while, I'm going to start having to throw on the skates a little more often because you can't just pick them up and go and expect to, get up the next morning and not feel like a complete mess. And that's what I feel like today. So good luck with your bets today. I wouldn't go too hard today. I don't think that the slate is all that interesting from a betting perspective. There's not a lot here. Could be some opportunities though with all these back-to-backs. You never know. Keep an eye on that Canucks line. I'm going to lock that in. Like I said, if we get some news on the goaltender in today's matchup, we can make a pretty good guess on who the goaltender will be in tomorrow's matchup against Colorado. So thanks for watching. Drop a like on the video if you don't mind, and subscribe to the Canada Sports Betting YouTube channel to get notified when we are back on Tuesday. Take care.